What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very well. This is a 10.0.7 video for a shaman. Want to talk about some of the changes that are coming soon, actually, in the next week and a half when 10.7 drops, 2 weeks maybe. These changes are also going to be reflected in 10.1. There are no further changes coming for shaman in 10.1 as of right now. This could change, but realistically, this is probably where it's going to stay. So, the bulk of the changes are with Resto Shaman and on the class tree. So, the class tree has, changed dramatically in terms of the structure and a couple of different talents, but mostly it's the structure. Excuse me. And then for Elemental Shaman and Enhancement Shaman, nothing's changed on the spec side, realistically speaking. There's one talent that's different, but it's just the focused insight talent that gives you, when you cast Flame Shock, the mana cost of your next healing spell goes down, so it doesn't really matter. So there are changes for Resto. I'm going to get to those in a minute. Let's get to the changes in the tree, though. Let me make this bigger. Here we go. Can't grab it. Yeah. I'm struggling. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so here's the new tree on the left. This is the old tree on the right, or the current tree on the right. This is my setup on the current tree on the right-hand side. Here's some changes that we'll talk about here. First of all, the most important thing is that the lightning bolt talent that's right here, right? This is gone now. So we just get this baseline. Lightning bolt now just does 20% more damage than it used to. I think it's 20%, right? That's what the node was. So this is a really big distinction because it means lightning bolt now does 26,000 nature damage for me, and chain lightning only does 20,000. So now a lot of you guys in dungeons were talking about man, you should probably use lightning bolt on bosses. Now I have to, 100% I have to, or I'm really trolling my group if I don't. That's a lot of damage loss right there. So very, very big change right there. First and foremost, with lightning bolt just going baseline, the buff to lightning bolt is baseline. Okay. Focused insight is gone. It used to be this thing right here. It's actually was a really big deal. It's whenever you cast Flame Shock, the mana cost of your next spell went down. They got rid of that. Brimming with life is there now, which is okay. But basically, in order replacing that for us, they gave us Water Shield baseline. I'll talk about that in a minute. So that's a new change as well. But this is gone. Focused insight is gone. Brimming with life has been moved up. Also, Swirling Currents has changed. This used to buff your next healing surge or healing wave by a significant amount, and it doesn't anymore. Now it just increases the healing by Healing Stream Totem and Cloudburst Totem. I think this is actually a big buff to the Healing Stream Totem build, which I end up doing, right? Where we run double Healing Stream Totem, of course, with Living Stream over here. So I think that's a really big buff for the Healing Stream Totem build, and I like that a lot. Super, super cool. And you can see the positions have changed here as well. Healing Stream Totem's up here. It used to be way down below in the old talent tree. And Swirling Currents is moved up. It used to be down below as well. They just took both of these talents and moved them up and swapped them with Spirit Walker's Grace and the Spirit Walker's Grace buffs. Okay? So those are both just got changed in position. And there's a lot of other talents that have moved around, right? So Totemic Focus got moved up here. It swapped positions with Totemic Projection. Nature Swiftness got moved from being up a little bit down to the bottom capstone now. They got rid of, obviously, the Lightning Bolt talent, which was right here. So now Thunderstorm is here, and its buffs are down here. Thundershock and Lasso. Purge is up here. Oh, yeah, they moved our Curse Dispel, which was over here. They moved that down to the left side over here. So it doesn't really make a difference that much, I would have to say. If I had to evaluate all the different movement changes for Resto Shaman, it doesn't make a big difference. I think for Ellie and for Enhance, I think they have more options now. They could easily pick up Mana Spring Totem now if they wanted to. With my current setup, I can't. Now, maybe I can modify that. They moved Totemic Surge and Surging Shields. They swapped them, which makes more sense. because this section down here is all about totems. This section's all about shields, so that's pretty cool. So now you can get the healing from Earth Shield up by 25%, and the amount of mana recovered when your Water Shield is triggered by 50%. That's just when you get attacked and you have Water Shield on you, you get more mana back that way. So not the biggest deal, but 25% more healing on Earth Shield is pretty good. Might not be mandatory now. This might be the one place where I could take 2 points away and put them into, like, you know, Mana Spring and Nature Swiftness, or get the extra bonus to Spirit Walkers, or get Thunderstorm and Thunder Shock to knock enemies up, or get Lightning Lasso, actually. I'm kind of interested in Lightning Lasso now for Resto Shaman as an extra, like, piece of utility. Like, a 5-second stun is insane, right? On certain mobs. It probably doesn't last that long on most mobs, but you get what I'm saying. So I do think there's a little bit more. There's a few more options now on the class side for Resto, and there's a lot more options, I would say, for Enhance and for Ellie. So that's really cool. Those are all really, really good changes in my mind. Let's look at the Spec side, because most of the changes here, the big ones, are coming in for Resto on the Spec side. Let me just take a drink here. Number one, first and foremost, I have 2 talent points freed up that I did not have before. This is the exact same build that I was running before, and it gave me 2 talent points back. So they've baked into our core kit one of the talents that was right here called Call of Thunder. That's baseline. It buffs all of our lightning damage by 35%. They just made that baseline. So not only did they make the lightning bolt damage baseline, they made the Call of Thunder damage baseline. That's like insane. That's like 55% more damage on lightning bolt baseline. That just went baseline. Like, we're not getting 55% more damage on lightning bolt. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying we don't have to take talent points to get 55% more damage to lightning bolt now, if you see what I'm saying. Okay, so really, really good stuff there. Of course, right here, Water Shield is gone, and we have Water Shield baseline. I have it down here now. When you combo this with Elemental Orbit, it actually makes sense to have Elemental Orbit now. So you can now get the full benefit out of Elemental Orbit, in my opinion, which I wasn't getting before. But I can have Earth Shield and Water Shield now, and I can Earth Shield the second target, right? Before, I wasn't getting the Water Shield bonus. I was just getting the double Earth Shield bonus. But now we get Earth Shield, Water Shield, and another Earth Shield. So Elemental Orbit is now a premium talent, in my opinion, because of a Water Shield going baseline. This is to counteract the fact that we lost the Focused Insight mana regen, which was actually probably better than Water Shield, in my opinion. But it might just be a wash. They might be the exact same in power. The talents under Healing Rain got split. So Acid Rain and Overflowing Shores got split, which is actually cool. It means you can double dip now. You can actually get both of them, which in Mythic Plus actually is probably really good. That's a lot of extra healing, right? Imagine if everybody's standing in your Healing Rain when it goes off. That's 22,000 healing that's going off right there. Like 44 times 5 is about 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. It's about 20, it's 20, I don't know, 21.6 thousand healing. So that's a lot of healing every time you cast Healing Rain, right? That's a lot. It basically does almost the exact same amount as Healing Rain is going to heal. It does that instantly, which is kind of cool. Excuse me. Well, not the exact amount it's going to heal, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, those are split now. This is pretty cool. This talent got buffed, Flow of the Tides. Chain Heal bounces to an additional time. That got added. This used to just say Chain Heal on targets affected by Riptide got 30% more healing, but now it also bounces an additional time. So that's a really big deal. Really big deal in my opinion. Those changes are good. The 2 biggest changes are underneath Healing Tide Totem and Mana Tide Totem. Let's get to those right now. There are 4 talents that are being added in. Underneath Healing Tide Totem, we've got Current Control. Reduces the cooldown of Healing Tide by 30 seconds. I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters. Maybe in Mythic Plus, actually. But I don't think it matters because you're not generally using Healing Tide Totem on cooldown, right? This would be really beneficial if you were using it on cooldown, but I don't think you usually are. You're using it in, like, predetermined situations. So I don't think this really matters. If this was a 1 minute, like, reduces its cooldown by 1 minute, this would be very good, actually. Because then then it's like you could just use it every 2 minutes and not worry about when you were using it. Does that make sense? Tide Turner is actually quite cool, in my opinion. I think it might be good. Lowest health target of your healing Tide Totem is healed for 30% more and receives 50% additional healing, or increased healing, from you for 4 seconds. So, this might be really, I think this is good in both Mythic Plus and Raid, but in particular in Raid, to help give healing Tide Totem a little bit more oomph in a Raid. That's kind of good. It's not amazing, but it's good. Let's look under Mana Tide Totem. Number 1, Resonant Waters. Increase the duration of Mana Tide Totem by 4 seconds and increase its radius by 20 yards. So, that would extend it to 43 yards instead of 23 yards. And then it would go for 4 seconds longer, so 12 seconds in total. Not bad, actually. More mana regen, and it's guaranteed to hit all the other healers in your raid. That's basically what this is for. This one, I think, is the absolute best talent out of all 4 of these. This is a Shadowlands Legendary coming back. After using Mana Tide Totem, the cast time and mana cost of Healing Wave and Chain Heal is reduced by 50% for 10 seconds. So, that is potentially a crazy amount of healing, chain heals that you could do. You could also obviously cast Healing Wave, but the mana cost is reduced and the cast time goes down, right? So we drop our Mana Tide Totem, here we go, and then we just start casting Chain Heal. Look at how fast it is. Look at this thing. And it costs no mana. It costs 7,500 mana instead of its usual 15,000. Like, I just got a whole bunch of... That was, like, 8 Chain Heals or something that I cast there. So, I think this is a really interesting idea. Spearwalker's Title Totem. I think it might actually see play. In particular, in a raid where you're casting Chain Heal more often, but I think that it's just good. It's just good in general. The other 3 talents are kind of meh. I don't really know. Maybe Tide Turner might be okay. All right. Keep going here. New talent called Tidebringer. This was like a PvP talent that they made into PvE. Every 16 or 8 seconds, the cast time of your next Chain Heal is reduced by 50%, and the jump distance is increased by 100%. So, very, very good for Raid. The jump distance is very good for Raid, because sometimes you'll cast Chain Heal on somebody, and it'll hit like 2 targets, because they're really out of range of everybody else, and you're like, frig, man. I don't ever want to target like a marksman hunter with my Chain Heal, because it's just not going to go anywhere. But, in Mythic Plus, having the cast time reduced by 50% is really good, and you can get 2 charges of it. So, like, maybe you don't cast Chain Heal for, like, the first 2 minutes of a dungeon, but then you have Tidebringer ready to go for that oh shit moment when you need it to cast really fast, and this is exactly what this is going to do for you. And if you wanted to do more healing, you can, of course, combo Tidebringer with, like, Spiritwalker's Tidal Totem or with Flow of the Tides, which I think is really insane if you combo it with Primal Tidal Core, right? So, let's take Flow of the Tides. Where are my other talents going here? Oh, I have this. Let's just get 1 point into that. Is it? It's just every 16 seconds, yeah. So, there's a really cool combo here, I think, where you've got Primal Tidal Core, which is adding Riptides to everybody, right? You're just Riptiding, and it's adding more Riptides. Then you've got Tidebringer, which is going to reduce the cast time of your Chain Heal by 50%. And in Mythic Plus, that means everything. Cast time reduction in Mythic Plus is everything. Sometimes you need to react, like, instantly, and you don't have time to think about it. You need things to happen really quickly. This one says, Chain Heal bounces an additional time. Targets that have Riptide on them get 30% more healing, of course, right? So now, I have 2 charges of Tidebringer. I can go Riptide. I don't think I have Priority Wave. I should get Priority Wave with this build as well. I can do another Riptide, and then I'll do a 4th Riptide, and it's going to add 1 more Riptide. So watch this right here. Here comes the 4th Riptide. Boom, it added another one. Then my Chain Heal's ready to go. I just go Chain Heal, and it does a bunch of extra healing because those enemy... Look at that, 1 million healing. Look at the Chain Heal healing. That was just like in like two casts, right? So absolutely bonkers potential combos here with Primal Tidal Core, Tidebringer, something like Flow of the Tides, and possibly Spiritwalker's Tidal Totem to really make Chain Heal a premier spell again. You can also do Unleash Life, which of course gives it extra target acquisition as well. One extra target. So you're getting one extra target from here, one extra target from here. Chain Heal will it would hit 5 targets then, which would be really, really cool, right? So you could also obviously combo it with High Tide, but I think it's cool. You could either pick Primal Tidal Core and do the Flow of the Tides thing, or pick High Tide, whatever you want to do. There's options, is what I'm trying to say, which is very, very cool. Downpour got moved from the left side over to the right side. Nothing big there. That's about it for all the changes. So what do I think here? I think overall, the class tree got more versatile. I think there are more options. I could legitimately take 2 points out of Surging Shields here and put them anywhere else that I want to. I could get a Poison Cleanse. I could get the Stone Skin Totem. I could get Thunderstorm plus Thunder Shock for the extra CC. I could get Lightning Lasso for the extra single target CC. I could get more mana regen with Mana Spring and go down and get Nature's Swiftness. There's really 2 talent points, I think, for Resto Shaman that you can play around with. Whatever you want to do in the bottom of your tree, you could do it. Honestly, you would actually be fine doing that. So there's options, which is really, really good. On the spec side, of course, it's just buffs, man. Like 35% of our lightning damage, we don't have to take that talent anymore. That frees us up to take extra talents, like maybe an extra big heal from Healing Rain, maybe the extra bounce from Flow of the Tides, maybe an extra Healing Tide buff or a Mana Tide buff with Spirit Walker's Tidal Totem, and of course Tidebringer is here now to make your Chain Heal cast much, much faster, which I think is massive in Mythic Plus. I can't understand how important that is. So really good options. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about some of the changes that are coming for Shaman, in particular for Resto Shaman? This is going to be happening in 10.0.7. This is happening in like 2 weeks. So let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.